So, Control Hickerson is black, correct? Yes. All right. And Kendrick Rodney is little man? Yes. Okay. So it's still in the 90s. What are you doing for a living? Hustling. Okay. And what does hustling mean? Selling drugs. Okay. And what kind of drugs are you selling? Selling cocaine, heroin. And where are you selling your drugs? Back and forth from Galvez and the Florida Project. Okay. And what was your connection to the Florida Projects? That's where my father was from. The majority of my family, my mama and my daddy's side. Okay. Did you know somebody named Merle or Frey? Yes. How did you know Merle? From the project. All right. And how could you go in the projects if you didn't grow up there? Because damn near my whole family from the projects. Okay. And did you know Merle's relatives? Yes. Did Merle have brothers and sisters? Yes. How many siblings did he have? Randy, Rob, Evans, his sister, older sister, Buff and Angola, and Aisha and Merle. And did you know all of his siblings? Yes. Okay. What did Merle do for a living? Hustle. Okay. And what does hustle mean? Selling drugs. Okay. Did any of his siblings also hustle? Yes. All right. Did Merle allow you also to sell drugs in the Florida projects? Man, I could sell without him allowing me because he wasn't nobody when I started selling drugs. He was just regular Merle. Did you know a guy named Brother? Yes. Where was Brother from? The Florida. All right. What was your relationship? Who did you know better, Merle or Brother? Merle. Okay. Did you have a problem with any of Brother's family? Yes. All right. Who specifically? Snake. All right. Who is Snake? Cedric Burgess. All right. How is Cedric Burgess related to Daryl Franklin? That's his cousin. Okay. And what happened between you and Snake? He robbed me and I shot him. I tried to kill him, but the gun jammed. Okay. Describe how you killed or tried to kill Cedric Burgess or Snake. Went through the cut and told Merle what I was trying to do. And he brought me uptown on Galvez to change my clothes into a black jogging suit. He brought me back down there. And I walked through the cut between Independence and Congress like on Law Street. Snake was walking towards me and I was walking towards him. And when he got close to me, I upped my gun and started shooting him. Okay. Before Snake got shot, what was his reputation in the Florida projects? A killer and a robber. Okay. What did it do to your reputation to shoot Snake? I was a nobody really. And ain't nobody really knew me like that back there. So when I done that, they upgraded gave me a name for myself. All right. How did Merle react to you shooting Snake? He didn't react no kind of way. I just kept it a secret, But I ran across him, and we had been having problems out of Snake. I'm explaining like he was trying to squeeze us and was playing Dolphin games, just doing too much. And what are you saying, doing too much, trying to squeeze you? He was trying to take our stuff, bully us out of our stuff. That included you and Merle? Yeah. Okay. And after he got shot, did he keep bullying you? No. Okay. Did you see him around much after that? No, he was hiding. Did you know a guy named Cheddar Black? Yes. Who was Cheddar? An older guy I met in DeQuincy. What's in DeQuincy? The state jail, Phelps. All right. And did Cheddar and Merle know each other? Yes. Okay. After you shot Snake, what was your relationship with Daryl Franklin? He was spooked, kind of scared, timid to be around me, Did you know a guy named Corelli? Yes. Did you know a guy named Willie Bill? Yes. Did you know a guy named Elo? Yes. All right. And what were all those guys doing in the Florida projects pre-Katrina? All us was hustling, selling drugs. Okay. What were you all selling? I mostly sell coke. And then if I fall off from selling my coke, I sell dope, heroin. What about Elo? What was he selling? Heroin. What about Cheddar Black? Heroin. Okay. Merle? Heroin. Corelli? Heroin. I want to focus your attention back uptown. Tell me about your relationship with Little Man or Cedric Rodney. That was my big homie. Okay. And did Little Man give you advice? Yeah, he gave me advice to get my money. You know, he seen that I was a hustler and said, everybody around here ain't no hustler, but you got a good head on your shoulders. As long as you got your money straight, you could do something with yourself. All right. Was Little Man a leader? Yes. Where were you living back then? I know you were selling in the Florida. Did you live in the Florida or did you live uptown? I lived uptown. All right. Where were you living uptown? On 1621 Clio at the time when I first started hanging around Galvez. Okay. And then later, did you actually live around 3rd and Galvez? Yes. When I went on a state probation violation when I came home in 99, I went to jail in 2000 and came home in 2001 and moved on Galvez Street. All right. And where were you living on Galvez? 2307 South Galvez, across the street from the Calliope. And you mentioned the Calliope. What was your relationship with people from the Calliope projects between 3rd and Galvez back then? They had a beef, but not the back of the project, just the front of the project. And there was a name for the front of the project versus the back of the project? Yeah, front of town for the front and back of town for the back. And why was there a beef with front of town? Because Snoop's brother got killed. Okay. Was there anything about where you lived that either helped or contributed to this beef? Yes. All right. Tell the jury. Because I stayed exactly across the street from the project, and I could frequently go back and forth in the project because nobody knew me to be off Galvez. What happened to Little Man? Where is he now? He in jail. All right. Did you ever go see him when he was in jail? As soon as I came home, I started going to see him in 2011 before his trial. And who would you go to see him with? Me and Schoolboy. All right. Now, you mentioned you could go in the Calliope, though, because people didn't know you? Yes. Did you know somebody named Man Man? Yes. Would you recognize his photo if I showed it to you? Yes. All right. Can I publish Exhibit 281? Do you recognize this person? Yes. All right. Who is that? Man Man. All right. How did you know Man Man? That was my son. I met him in OPP in 2002. And did you all become friends? Yeah. What did you like about Man Man? Because he was, he was a little man. He could stand there. He was a loner, like. He could move around pretty much how I used to move around in the city, by himself. He didn't need no group of dudes, All right. Now, were the other people off 3rd and Galvez friends with Man Man? Not really. Okay. Did they ever say anything to you about hanging out with him? They couldn't tell me nothing because I never stayed in one spot. Like I told you, I moved around. I never stayed in one spot too long because I just used to be paranoid like that. All right. In 2003, did you go to federal jail? Yes. All right. What was that for? No in possession of firearm. And how long were you in jail? I was in jail 27 months. And where were you during Hurricane Katrina? Macomb, Mississippi. Okay, and what did you do after Katrina? I headed to Texas, went to Houston. I went to New Orleans, back to New Orleans when I went to Houston. And who was in Houston? Everybody on Galvez who was free. All right. Do you remember any specifics about who was hanging out over there? Yeah. Who was over there? Me, Freaky, QP, T. Darryl, Weefus, Beatty, Black. That's mostly all of us. Pretty much who was free. And where were you staying over there when you went over there? On Cullen and Wenda in Cullen Park Apartments. And did there ever come a time when you were involved in a shootout in Texas? Yes.